Today is Thursday, April the 9th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. Today was one of those technologically challenging days. I was working again on trying to install software that is required to work from home. So, of course, I make a little progress every day, and then I take two steps back, and I'm installing it on my home computer. Of course, it's an Apple, which means that it's more convoluted than necessary to do normal projects. And that's something that we just contend with, the people like me who like Apple products. And it is irritating as heck, because then whenever you want to open up something that you've been using for years, it makes it slow and in some cases totally malfunctional. And the list is endless, obviously. And then when you get to what you think is the final end, then you don't have access anyway. And it's like all the work that you've been putting in has just been for nothing. So I will can it for this day and work on it again tomorrow. And so we'll be doing this for multiple days to just to an end that hopefully we'll be able to work from home. But truthfully, at this stage, I haven't got a clue. So there's my vent on frustration today. And I'm sure I'm not the only one having these technological problems with working from home. And, have to look on the bright side that at least we have computers nowadays. And we have internet. And we have cell phones. All the basics that definitely help to keep us connected during these times. So, a bit frustrating, but still very glad to live in these times, because I remember whenever I was paying for a big brick of a phone, and and that was a cell phone, and it had none of the functionality of the Apple products, which makes it so fine. But this is progress. I like the progress, and it is some form of normality that we can hold on to during this time that does conform to our time before. So I hope that you all are doing well, since we are at nearing the peak of this crisis. At least that's what we've been told, is that this is the first week in the 2-week summit of this crisis. Hopefully what we have been told this time is true. It is definitely a moving target, as we all know. And what is very interesting is I have been watching Warehouse 13. You can find it on Amazon, or you can find it on the Sci-Fi Channel. And there was actually an episode where there is a gift from China, and it was a purple orchid. And the flower of the orchid actually contaminated the whole world. It disintegrated, and it created the sweating sickness. And I have to tell you, it was eerily accurate as far as a portrayal of a worldwide pandemic. Even the notifications, the pictures of the people set up in the makeshift tent hospitals, the whole thing. And it was almost like it was a foreshadowing from this very obscure sci-fi channel episode. So, I'm just throwing that out. Of course, catching up on all the Walking Dead and everything else. I hope you're having as good a time as I am, because we can get bogged down in all the admin stuff and the 24/7 working from home, which we seem to be engaged in. It's like we don't have normal office hours anymore. And, that might also be upsetting to our patterns and our routines, because we're never shutting off work if we are working from home. And then we also have the lure of Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I have the lure of the icebox that's always saying, what is it from The Hobbit? Second breakfast, yes. And even a second and third dinner, and yes. So all these things, it's very interesting to see how there are foreshadowings and, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. And that was the sweating sickness that did begin with sneezes. And, it's just a never-ending cycle. So, a bit, shall we say, pessimistic, not optimistic today, but just please be safe. Please continue on and be safe. And hopefully you're remaining sane in your isolation. Y'all take care, and we'll see you here tomorrow night. Good night.